And a good morning from Las Vegas, Nevada, once again. Um, I'm Russell Mays, but everybody knows that, or at least most people know that. Reason why I'm posting this morning is I just heard that a federal judge has ordered the White House to reinstate Jim Acosta, CNN reporter, saying it violates the First Amendment. Okay, how can it violate the First Amendment when a press pass is a privilege given to the press? Also, Jim Acosta was rude during the press conference. Also, CNN has other reporters that are at the press conference. My problem is this. If the federal judge is ordering the reinstatement of Jim Acosta's press pass, that means anybody that gets a pass taken away in whatever company in the country has the right to sue to get that pass back. So what's going to happen now is Jim Acosta is going to get there, and they're going to allow him to run roughshod over everybody in the press corps. This is my suggestion to the White House. Give him his press pass back. He took it to court. They took it to court. They're arguing. Okay. They get the pass. Stick his butt back into the back of the room. Do not allow him to have a front row seat. They have a right to do that. Stick him way in the back where he's not on camera anymore. Have everybody that's joining the press conference sign a conduct form. You will behave in a certain way. You will only ask one question. You will not deny your fellow correspondents the ability to speak under themselves. It's absolutely amazing what the press thinks they can get away with. They have a freedom of the press to report by the First Amendment. They don't have the freedom to be rude, crude, abusive. I'm telling you, if you walked in and did that at one of the CNN boardrooms, they'd have you in jail for violating their boardroom. But isn't that the freedom of speech, to go into their boardrooms and say, hey, this is what I think, you're an idiot? I personally think that the press or the White House press should get down. This is infuriating me because this is not a First Amendment right. This is a moral issue by people. I personally think the White House should reorganize the press corps room. I think they should have a dunce chair or a timeout chair. So if they can't behave themselves, they have to go to the back of the room. That right there will stop a lot of it because they pride those seats they're in. Those are very hard to get spots. And he is violating the rules and the privileges given to him to be in that spot, which means his courtesy and his conduct is not acceptable to anybody in the press corps room, the White House, or the American people. We're there to see questions and answers by the White House. We're not there to watch them stage some kind of a pain in the butt riot just so they can get their 15 minutes of fame. Anyway, it's been an interesting day. One last note that I wanted to make on Kamala Harris accusing ICE as being compared to the KKK. She kept on using the word perception. Don't you have the perception that they're like the KKK? Well, Senator Harris, if that's what you call your perception of being a socialist, is my perception. So why are you a socialist? I perceive you are one. Is that not what you're doing to ICE? Perceiving your perception? Because of stuff like this, we are ending up heading down a path of chaos. And it's only going to get worse if people don't step up and control their government. The Constitution was written for the people to keep the government under control. It's not by the government controlling the people. And the press and our congressmen and senators are using stuff like this to control the people. Anyway, write your senators, write your congressmen. I think what they should do is have a timeout chair or take Jim Acosta and stick him way back in the room. Just because the federal judge says you got to have that pass back doesn't mean they have to allow him to sit in the front chair. Heck no. Heck no. Anyway, take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.